Hello everyone, welcome to Coders Camp. We are today at the 11th day of May LeetCode Challenge, and the problem we are going to cover is maximum points you can obtain from cards. So the input given here is an integer array card points which represent the points given to a cards, and an integer k where we have to pick k number of cards from the given array and we have to return the maximum score we can obtain. So let's understand this problem with an example. So here is a given input card points integer array, and we have to pick exactly k cards from this array, either from the front or from the back, but not from the middle. So finally we have to return the maximum score by picking the cards from the given array. So now consider we are picking the last card, that is from the back, and the score is 1. And again picking from the last only, and the score is 6. Again picking from the last only, and the score is 5. In this case the overall score is 12, which is the maximum, and we have to return 12. So the first intuitive solution was using a two pointers, keeping one pointer at the front and another pointer at the back, and keep iterating and pick the maximum value going forward. If we are approaching this method, suppose the first value is 1 and we are picking 1, then in that case you have to pick either 2 or 1. If we are picking 2, as 2 is the higher number, and again you'll be having the option to pick 3 or 1. In that case you'll be picking 3, but this will not give you the maximum score. So in that case it is not a valid approach. So how are we going to approach this problem? So in our array card points we have to exactly pick k elements from the front and from the last. If suppose we are picking x elements from the front and y elements from the back, it can be of any length based on your solution, and overall x plus y is equal to k, which is nothing but we have to exactly pick k elements from the front and back. After picking, there will be an array in the middle existing of size, total size of the given array minus length k, and the array should have the minimum value. Why? Because we have to pick the elements in the front and the back which should give us the maximum score. In that way, if we pick the maximum elements from the both sides, the middle array must be having a minimum sum. So here our task is to find a subarray whose sum is minimum, which is in the middle. So overall, if we find the sum of a subarray which is minimum, then from the total sum of these given array, if we subtract the minimum sum of the subarray, then we get our output. So overall our task is to find any array in the middle which is of length, total length of the given array minus k, and if we find that array whose sum is minimum, then from the total sum we are going to subtract that sum, and that is going to be our output. So finding a subarray whose sum is minimum is another individual problem where it has a lot of techniques to solve that particular problem, where I'm not going to go deep into that here, but I'm just going to explain what we are going to implement in this problem. So I'm going to have a left pointer which is a slider which is going to slide every time it find an array of size total length minus k. So let's say n is total length of the given array minus k, and we are going to find a minimum subarray whose length is n. So our pointer left starts, and let's say our n is equal to 4, and it is going to find the first four numbers sum, and in the minimum sum variable it is going to save its value. And again the left is going to move one pointer next, and the next four numbers value, if it is minimum, it is going to update the same variable minimum. And once it completes the iteration, our minimum sum or minimum variable will be having the minimum sum of the subarray of length n. And finally we are going to subtract it from the total sum of a given array, and that is going to be our output. So hope you're understanding this logic, and this is going to run and be go of n time, as we are going to iterate the array once and use the sliding window to find our output. So let's go to code now. So let's have a variable minimum subarray length, which is going to be card points length minus k, and another variable minimum sum. So I'm going to iterate my given array, And I'm going to keep count of my total sum of given array inside this loop as we iterate the array. And I'm going to calculate my current sum as the iteration progress. And I am going to check if my subarray reached of length, minimum subarray length. For that, I'm going to have I minus left plus 1, which is nothing but where the current index minus where is my left pointer, forms a array of length, minimum subarray length. Then in that case, I'm going to update my minimum sum. So once I updated, I'm going to move my left pointer. So once I move my left pointer, that particular sum will be subtracted from the current sum. And once I subtracted the value, I'm going to iterate my left pointer to the next position. So that's it. Once it is done, finally we are going to return total sum minus. We are going to check whether our min sum is updated or not. If it is not updated, which means the k is the total length of given array chord points. So in that case, it will still be of maximum value. Then we simply subtract with 0. If not, we are going to subtract it with minimum sum from the overall sum. So that's it. Let's run and try. So yes, let's submit. Yes, the solution is accepted and runs in 2 milliseconds. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you like this video. And if you like it, hit like, subscribe and let me know in comments. Thank you.